robot so far. So get your applications in early and maybe you can get it. And the course will be exploration based, minimal to no notes or tests or anything like that. I will be teaching the kids about various variables and logic, such as loops and if statements and strings and integers. That will be used in computing science, as well as parts of the robot, servos and the camera and the processor, things like that. And the things that you can learn in this class, you will learn in this class, is widely applicable to almost every other language of computing science. Ooh, looks like that. Develop the robot. So, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry.
So, about the robot. The robot is, for its size, it's quite powerful. It's called the JD Revolution humanoid model because it's humanoid, and it's powered by the Easy Builder application, which I will show you later. And it is Wi-Fi enabled. That's how it's communicating from my computer to this thing. And it's got 16 industrial grade motors, servo motors, as you can see, those black things there, and there are some inside the body as well that you cannot see. And then 18 red, green, blue RGB LED eyes, and it streams audio from the microphone from the back, and it supports plugins such as Bing speech recognition, advanced facial recognition, even deep object learning. So for example, Bing speech recognition I've been playing with for the past few days. You do have to download it, it's absolutely free. You talk to the robot, and if the robot hears what it wants to hear, it will perform an action. Facial recognition. Now, this is not the same as Apple's Face ID. You can't differentiate people just yet, at least not that I've discovered. But it does recognize a face, even one that my brother drew. I can recognize as a face. So it's fairly powerful. And deep object learning. If I told it that this was a remote and I held it up to its face, it would recognize that it was a remote. And it works for almost every other object. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Every other object, assuming you don't change up the object too much. So if I saw off half the remote, obviously not the remote anymore. Quick video, could you play for me, please? I'm sure there's a button here that I can play with full screen. And there's one. Oh, yes, there is. Nice. See, told you.
So I can make it do a dance just from this program, as you can see. I connected it, and now you can see that your face, if you're standing in front of the robot, you'll see your face here. And we can make it perform a few dances. We'll just try with dance 2.
There's your faces.
Yeah, this one's so, turn off.
What did I do? Did you drop this? I'm sure you did.
Okay, so I'll be doing a dance, and yeah, it will show you a basic of what this robot can do. I can find my mouse.
It's on the others.
That's just one of the dances. It can be endless. You can program more. And from the Easy Builder app, you can make it walk forward. You can rotate the head. Yeah, there's endless possibilities you could do. That's the only two I'll be showing.
Do you want to do 66? 66 is fine. Sure, let's do 66. It'll play out. No. It's good. Distract. Alright, and this is just something I was playing with. This is something that I was playing with over the weekend. Fairly short, but it does demonstrate the Bing speech recognition software fairly well. If any of you have seen Star Wars, execute Order 66. Execute Order 66.
Sometimes it doesn't work for some reason. It doesn't work sometimes.
Maybe it's the mic. Execute Order 66. There we go.
The mic might be faulty sometimes, so if you have a headset, it'd be better than using a laptop microphone.
Nope.
Just a headset.
Alright, well, since we're here, I'll show you around on the software. So you've already seen this part of the software, and this is called Blockly. It's kind of, if any of you have done Scratch, it's very similar to Scratch, except, yeah, many of you have done Scratch, except with this bit. This is the more complicated bit of Blockly. Blockly does all of this for you, but if you feel like Blockly is too restricting or you like typing, you can use this. And this gives you a lot more design freedom. It gives you a lot more customizability versus this, which is a lot more accessible to younger audience. And this is the Robo Scratch. This is where, generally, this is where you test very short run sequences. You would say drag this out here and then yeah, you would do that, and this is where you test very, very simple sequences and to see if your parts are working, right? Whereas this is where you build your longer and more complicated sequences of actions and listeners. And this is the main screen of the Easy Builder. Here we have the camera controls. Out of curiosity, let's see how many faces this thing can see.
Just go track it. Try motion. See, if you move, it will detect movement as in the green. And see, since a lot of you are moving, it shows a lot. And the face, if there's a blue box around your face, it will demonstrate that it is a face. That's because we enabled two tracking systems. One is the face and one is motion. And if you sign up, you'll be able to try this out. There's a lot of other ones where you can detect objects. You can train it to track an object like we did. But when you track in color, it can only track 3 colors. It's red, green, and blue. It cannot track any other colors. So if we set this thing to color, track color.
Track color.
Just stop face in motion. Look, since it sees it's only tracking pink or like red. Yeah, red. So if I put this in front, see, it's also tracking red. And if your hand's a little bit pink or red, yeah, it will track. It only tracks red, no other color.
And it sees you.
But you can change the settings from red to green
or blue.
And then yeah, you can track different ones. Or you can train it to track multiple objects. That's, you get to learn a lot more when you sign up for the program.
It's all in it. Alright. And now you guys can come up, and my computer is free to use, and you guys can explore this thing. Thank you. Thank you for your attention.
Epic Sax Gandalf.
Yeah.
If any of you have questions, feel free to ask. And this is movement, this is counting, but don't make it fall off the table. So if you want to move it, turn it to the left. Doesn't move fast, but it moves like a decent pace. Plus, it's sometimes malfunctions. And you're trying to figure out why.
Yeah, literally.